It's always interesting when we tell our kids, or husbands if you ask my wife, to clean something, particularly a room. When we give these instructions, it seems that the definition of what we had in mind and what they had in mind perhaps are two totally different things. My wife and I asked our sons to clean their room the other day, and when they said they were done, mind you, they're 4 and 2, we walked back to evaluate. What we saw was decently clean on the surface, but when we saw toys thrown under the bed and stuffed animals under the covers, we knew they had only done enough to try to get by instead of putting things where they belong. So it was in Jesus' day with the Pharisees. They thought of themselves very highly and relied on all the good they did to try to earn God's favor. We see it when Jesus teaches during the Sermon on the Mount. The Pharisee looked haughtily to heaven, thanking God that he was not like the rest of the people, dirty sinners. But we know that from that story, God rejected such pompous prayers. Jesus had a lot to say to the Pharisees, and in Matthew 23, 25 through 26, Jesus compares them to a dirty cup. The outside looks pretty good, but inside it's still a dirty mess. Have you ever come upon a drink, maybe like an old milkshake, that's been sitting out for a while? It stinks and it looks disgusting. Though the Pharisees had cleaned up their appearance, it's what their heart looked like that Jesus was concerned about. He told them, hey, clean the inside, start a relationship with God, living in grace, and then the outside would take care of itself. Are you trying to pretty yourself up for God? Do you believe that you need to be good enough? Rest in the fact that Jesus came so that you may be transformed from the inside out. And when you do, the outside will be changed because of what God has done on the inside. Remember, change begins in and inside of you.
The Change Begins in You is brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville, Patrick Allen Companies, Mitchell Tire and Wrecker in Collinsville, and Mowdy Cabinetry.